Galileo Galilei, accused of heresy for supporting the heliocentric theory of Copernicus. You are to abandon your theories and are sentenced to life imprisonment.
During this time period, the Catholic Church was the dominant power and was the most influential force on the people. As a result, what the Church claimed as facts in their beliefs were accepted by the majority as the truth. For instance, the Church believed that the Earth was the center of the universe and severely punished those who opposed them. I do not feel obligated to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego the youth.
Galileo strongly advocated how it was unreasonable to believe that God had given human beings the capacity to think critically and logically at such great measures without intending them to develop their own ideas and support them with their discoveries, even if it meant going against everyone else. Galileo defied the Church through his experiments and major scientific discoveries, arguing that, contrary to their belief, he supported Copernicus' theory that the sun was the center of the solar system and the planets revolved around it. This all defined him as a nonconformist. The question is, what is a nonconformist?
A nonconformist is someone who, regardless of who they surround themselves with, is determined to stick to what they believe in without being manipulated by the majority's opinion. Who would set a limit to the mind of man? Who would dare assert that we know all there is to be known?
Galileo believed that the human being had the capacity of thinking beyond society's standards. This meant that the Church shouldn't have to say on what was considered acceptable or not. He wanted people to become aware that they had their individual mindsets, even if society was not accepting of them.
Galileo Galilei was born in Pisa, Italy in 1564 as the first of Vincenzo Galileo's 6 children. His father, a scholar, wanted him to study medicine for financial reasons. He sent Galileo to a monastery at the age of 11 to be educated. However, 4 years later, when Galileo declared that he wanted to become a monk, his father withdrew him from the monastery and sent him up to the University of Pisa to earn a degree in medicine instead.
However, he wasn't interested in medicine and took classes for mathematics and natural philosophy, which he was passionate about, and dropped out to teach mathematics in Florence and Siena. He wrote his first scientific book in 1586 and was appointed to the chair of mathematics in 1589 at the University of Pisa and later at the University of the Republic of Venice.
Prior to Galileo's theory, the majority of educated people subscribed either to the Aristotelian geocentric view that the Earth is the center of the universe, or the Tychonic system that blended geocentrism and heliocentrism. Nevertheless, following the death of Copernicus and before Galileo, heliocentrism was relatively uncontroversial. All truths are easy to understand once they are discovered. The point is to discover them. The Catholic Church, however, concluded that heliocentrism was foolish and absurd in philosophy, and formally heretical since it explicitly contradicts in many places the sense of the Holy Scripture.
In his last years, he published a compendium of his earlier work in physics, dialogue concerning 2 new sciences, and shortly thereafter went blind at the age of 71. After he was tried by the Inquisition and found guilty, he was arrested. However, the punishment was revoked and he spent the rest of his life under house arrest.
Galileo's influence had a huge lasting impact on modern society. With all of his incredible inventions and scientific advancements, he made major contributions to the scientific renaissance and sparked the scientific revolution, which is the foundation of modern science. He developed various of his own scientific and philosophical ideologies through the observation of the natural world, which are principles still used today.
Galileo Galilei is known as the father of modern science. Galileo continued to receive visitors until 1642, when after suffering a fever and a heart attack, he died on January 8th of 1642 at the age of 77. After being buried in a small room in a chapel, he was reburied in the main body of the basilica in 1737, after a monument had been erected there